So I'm going to review a script. I'm reviewing a script from Eric Worre's 8 Steps of a Professional Invitation. Katharina here is inviting someone who is a daycare center. She owns a daycare business, and she's inviting them to come to the A Youthful Life webinar. Um, so she wanted feedback, and I think this is a great example, as you can see on the GoPro or the Ultimate Memory Jogger PDF, page 55, there is a script that it shows you exactly how to follow it. In fact, I think I want to start there. You can go there by typing in www.ayouthfullife.com/GoPro, and you can find all of the details. This is a really powerful exercise. And on here, now it's going to show you these. So you scroll down to the Memory Jogger PDF, and when you open the Memory Jogger PDF, it's already on page 55. This is where it gives you the script. But at the end of these 8 steps, as you see an example right here. So now it shows you how to actually fill it in. And it's giving you examples of what those filled in looks like. See that? And it says like step 1, step 2, step 3, 4, 5. So if you want feedback on how to invite someone with the call, like this is a solid template. And like page 71 actually has a blank page you could print off, and you could actually write and do your invitations that way, or you could just do it like how Katharina did. She sent me on Messenger, which is looking good. So step 1, she has, hey, I don't have a lot of time, but I really wanted to reach out to you. I would phrase it a little differently, where it's like, hey, I don't have a lot of time, but I am really, I am really glad I reached you, or it's really important that I spoke with you. So that's impactful. Remember what we agreed?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got. Oh, doesn't work. So then the second step, then it was compliment the prospect. I really always admire how much you do for the kids, because again, she's a daycare. She owns a business of daycare, and for the loved ones around you. I know you're extremely busy too. Now, for the compliment, a principle when complimenting prospects, and that's a true, genuine, sincere compliment, is that if you're able to give them a compliment that is related to your offer, or it's related to your next step, that can make a big difference. Like, I've always admired um, how you, maybe she values her health, maybe she pursues her health, or maybe she perseveres, or maybe she, if she's given you advice in the past, has she ever given you advice that you've appreciated?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? That's okay. If you, because your offer is basically like step 3 is to make the invitation. I'm practicing for my health speech, and I would like to invite you to my health training. I am new at this. I love to invite people who I trust, and I thought of you. So that's good. Like trust. So the fact that you said, like, that's an example of what I was saying
Yeah.
too. You have a compliment here. I like. I love to invite people who I trust. That's a compliment, and I thought of you. So you could say too, I always admired how much you
How?
genuinely care about people,
Yeah, that's very
and
true because she does.
yeah, and I trust that you have um, you have sincere. I trust your sincerity. I trust that you have sincere advice. I trust that you have
I
a
trust your sincerity.
yeah. It's like I trust your feedback. I trust your judgment. I trust um, your care, your concern for people. I trust your. You could say something about that. Trust. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
And because that ties in with like the invitation or the offer
Mm-hmm.
that you have. For if someone like, for instance, if you're going to ask someone to take a look at your business idea to see if it's like a good business idea,
Mm-hmm.
but look, you're one of the most business savvy people I know. If you're talking to a friend that's always looking for business opportunities or trying to find a business or
Mm-hmm.
pursuing online business or whatever, you're like, hey, you're one of the most busy savvy people I know. I'm starting a business. I'd like to get your opinion if you think I'm going the right direction, if this is good stuff. And then they're like, oh, cool. Well, I'm business savvy. So, and if that's a true statement, you believe that about a person, then like, yeah, I'd like to check that out. It's harder to say no in a situation like that. Does that make sense?
Okay, so the compliment is linked to the invitation.
There's like good, better, best.
Yeah.
Any compliment can be good. It would be better to link the compliment to your invitation.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's very powerful. Um, and then so step 3 is amazing. I wouldn't change anything to it. I'm practicing for my health speech, and I would like to invite you to my health training. I'm new at this. I love to invite people I trust, and I thought of you. I did this my first talk. I was like, look, I'm new at speaking, and I just got an opportunity to present. I'm going to be presenting this week at church, and I invited everyone, like teachers and family friends and like every last person that I possibly could, and I had the place packed because I'm like, I'm practicing, I'm new at this. And if you're ever going to be presenting, or if you're ever practicing something, or like anyone listening, even if you're going to share your testimony for like 5 minutes, you could say, hey, I'm going to be co-hosting, I'm going to be presenting, and I'm new at this, and I'd love to invite you to hear, even if you're sharing your testimony for 30 seconds to a minute and a half or something, where we share and like take turns sharing, you could still say, I'm going to be co-presenting or hosting, or I'm going to share this or whatever. That's something that this invitation would work, and that's pretty cool. 4, if I sent you, and then she's like, oh, cool, that's awesome. I'm happy to hear that. I'd be interested. And then you say, so if I sent you a link to more details, would you be interested in checking it out? I would probably say, like, if I sent you a link to register.
Okay, because that would make sense because I was a little bit struggling. I'm like, well, with the next step.
Yeah, and the reason why you struggled.
Like, wait a minute, but I'm getting them to register, but I didn't say anything like before that. Like, is that like too much?
Yeah, it's like so you're getting the second. 1, 2, 3. So this is confirmation 1. Like, if I would you're asking that question, step 4. But then it's more like if I sent you a link where you can register for my new training, or maybe my my upcoming training, would you be interested in in checking it out? There we go. So if I would you. And there's a lot of psychology behind that. That's how I would phrase it instead.
Okay.
And then she'd be like, yes. So that's confirmation 1. Number 2, when do you think, so you didn't add, why'd you take out soonest? So it's like, when,
I'm not sure.
So what I asked, and what Eric Worre shows, is, when do you see is the soonest? Soonest is a really powerful word. That when you see is the soonest that you can register. So the action that you're having them to attend. I mean, you're not asking them to attend on Thursday, because then it's like, well, that is what it is. And you might even say, like, I'm practicing a health speech this Thursday. So I'd say, like, this Thursday. And it's 6 p.m. her time? 6 p.m. your time. And I would like health speech online this Thursday at 6 p.m. your time. So then you say, if I sent you a link where you could register for my upcoming training, would you be interested in checking it out? Yes. When do you see as soon as you could register? And then she's like, oh, I could probably do it like this Thursday at, or no, I could probably do it, today is Monday, so I could probably do it this evening. I was like, okay, cool. So if I get back to you on...
I just put a random day on there.
Yeah, it's going to be depending on what the date that she says, her date, and it's going to be after. I mean, if she says it Monday evening, then probably contact like Tuesday
Tuesday
morning.
morning.
So if I get back to you Tuesday morning, you will have done. You will see, not
You
done
will-
it. You will have registered, because you're inviting her to register. You have registered for sure, right? Registered for sure, right? She said yes. Okay, cool. That is your second. That's your third confirmation.
Mhm.
What's the best time for me to get back to you? That may or may not be relevant depending. But it's like you already got her phone number, so step 7 you might not have to do. And there's like, all right, well, I gotta go, and I know you've got a lot of things. I know that you're busy, and I respect your time. So we'll talk Tuesday morning. I look forward to it. God bless. And then you hang up. So all that looks good.
There you go.